guys, we're back for another Dokkan battle video. Today we're gonna go ahead and go through the entire GT Red Zone and no item every single stage with the Goku family team. So, what I did was I started this sort of like challenge series, I guess, with the Ginyu Force. I was able to make quick work of the GT Red Zone, but I've made many attempts. I cannot get past Broly with the Ginyu Force team. It's not Ginyu's fault or his banner units. It's the issue of having to run like AGL Birder and Physical Raccoon, right? Like I could swap Tech God Goku and AGL Golden Frieza on the team and beat it in one try, but that's not like I want to do it with the Ginyu Force, right? So then I did it with Cell and the androids. One of Cell's two, well, not really his leader skill, but you know, androids has Cell, so I guess that's power absorption. I did those. It was really fun. I actually have a lot of fun doing these. I actually saw there's one comment. Let me tell y'all a secret of YouTube, right? By the way, fraudulent Namek Goku getting pieced up like always. Dude, I hope y'all are ready for the Slander World Tour on Namek Goku, because he is just not good enough. We'll get into this later, especially in the movie side of things, where he is just, oh god. He could do really good damage. His damage is not a problem. He is not good enough defensively, Namek Goku, to be a top like 5 unit in the game, no way. But I saw, okay, with YouTube, dude, I could get 500 positive comments, just really nice, sweet things. I appreciate you guys so much. And then you get the one comment, and it just, it's some random comment, but it was just like, you see this type of thing done with the Cell team, but Goku and Gohan's team couldn't do it. I said, whoa, what? Who said that? Wait a minute. So that's what we're doing here. By the way, Ledgic, dude, this fight is free. I don't exactly know what happened here, but we did barely beat Ledgic. Not a great, a great looking sort of opener right here, but we do, we do make it by Ledgic right at the end. Alright, so now we're going to go ahead and fight Lord Luud. So, the point of this challenge right here that we're doing is we're using the double Goku and Gohan team, right? And we're using Goku family. Now, honestly, for the setups I'm using, it might be better to the Goku and Gohan unit, I think, is one of the best units in the game. When you're running two, I don't like really running two of them so much, though, I think. So it's like, if this wasn't like a challenge specifically with Goku and Gohan to do this, I actually might run LR Super Saiyan 4 Goku as the friend unit, right? I think one Goku and Gohan is so good. Two of them, though, it just opens yourself up to getting caught, essentially, right? Like I don't know how else to describe it besides you can get caught, and I feel like people should be able to understand what I mean by that, right? Which can be a major issue. Okay, so we're using double Goku and Gohan. I'm restricting us just to the Goku family team as well. So I'm not utilizing any Super Saiyan characters. Like the Super Saiyan AGL Vegeta, the banner unit, would be really helpful. AGL Trunks could be very good. You know, maybe like STR Vegeta or Tech Gogeta could help us out on a stage or two or something like that, right? Or that 3rd anniversary in LR Vegito could be helpful. But we're only doing Goku family. The other thing with this challenge I'm doing, if you guys notice, I am not using the new LR Super Saiyan Goku and Gohan. The reason for this is because I got the Cell challenge done, right? You know, got that done. Then, right when I'm starting to do this, the LR Goku and Gohan comes out, and LR Physical Cell is announced. I view the LR Goku and Gohan and the Physical EZA Cell sort of the same way. They're buffs to these teams, but since I wasn't using Physical LR Cell on the Cell challenge, since he wasn't out yet, I actually didn't want to use LR Goku and Gohan either, who would have made this far... That unit is so stupid. It would have made this far easier. I think this is the only stage I use LR Kaioken Goku in. He's very powerful, but it's the way he's set up, I think it can be tough to sort of like utilize him properly, where like all of his big shit is activated and stuff like that. But who he works really well with actually is STR Ultimate Gohan. Is a great partner for STR Kaioken Goku. So Kaioken Goku is able to just obliterate Luud right here. Luud can be annoying, but I mean, Kaioken Goku, if we're able to get him to do his burst damage like this, he just destroys these bosses, right? Look at this. Insanity. Alright guys, so now things step up in difficulty majorly. We're going up against Rilldo. Now, there's 2 units on the team that I always have. Oh my god, what a great opener. Yeah, this is probably one of the reasons. So if anything, I would say that this challenge definitely felt easier with the Cell team. I'll say that easily. A lot of these stages felt easier with the Cell team. Not really too surprising, because most of those units are actually much more recent than many of the characters we're using on the Goku team, right? I mean, you know, Tech Ultimate Gohan is 2 years old now, right? AGL Kid Gohan is now a year old, right? Many of the Android units are only within the last couple of months, right? Int UI Goku's a year and a half old. So, you know, the issue I have in a lot of these runs that we did is getting set up. It's like once we catch our rhythm, our rotations are set, some of these characters are built up, we're completely fine, right? Like, the struggle for this team is the start of events, not like deeper. The longer the fight goes on, the better our win chance gets, essentially, right? It gets easier and easier and easier as time sort of goes on. Now, I said this on the Cell side, that I think the GT side of things is harder. And I did definitely feel that as well using the Goku team, the Goku and Gohan team. Now, in UI Goku, I felt like this guy's one of the most overrated units ever since his EZA. I feel like people have always put him way too high on a pedestal. You guys know I love my dodging units, and AGL UI Goku's going to show us why, right? Like, I adore dodging units. But in UI Goku does not dodge until you fall below 50% HP. So he is another example of a unit who really can get you caught, right? Like, you could say the same thing about, like, AGL UI, right? If the 70% chance doesn't hit, you could be one shot. Totally true, right? But in UI Goku, if you don't fall below 50% HP, he is a literal 0. He is nothing. He hurts us in every conceivable way. As long as in UI Goku is in UI sign and not transformed into Master UI, he is a huge negative on the team. He is just not very good, flat out. Remember, power creep is here, right? Like, it's like UI Goku and Namek Goku with their, you know, adorable 150k defensive stats turn 1. That shit ain't so adorable when, you know, Ledgic is like the freest boss ever and he's disintegrating Namek Goku. That is fraudulent activity from Namek Goku. A fraud. Taking 50k per normal from Ledgic, dude? I'm sorry, alright? The best units in the game don't take 50k from Ledgic per hit. And then in UI Goku, it's the same thing. Now, this guy, I feel like you could jump on his back as well. STR Ultimate Gohan. Another unit. The problem, I guess, with this team, seemingly every unit on here, it's like they can get us caught, right? STR Ultimate Gohan, in UI, LR Namek Goku, right? Technically, you could say the same thing about AGL UI, but not my AGL UI Goku. I would simply tell you guys, just get good and start having your UI Goku dodge. That's about all I can say to that. For me, he's great, all right, man? He gets it done. So I'm terrified. I thought this was a loss because in UI Goku, again, the deeper we get and he's not transformed, it's like, well, dude, there's not really too much we could do. It's just very, very terrifying. Now, the reason I built this this team build specifically like this, right, you might be wondering, well, if you're attacking UI and Namek Goku so much, why are you using them? Because the final phase, this Rilldo fight is tough, right, even though this is only the 3rd one in this GT side here. Because Rilldo, his final phase is tech, and he locks. So, you know, it's something like I would love to use AGL Kid Gohan, who really helps bring the team together. His stacking, his healing active skill is actually, like, the best active skill in the game or something. Like, it's just so good. But against a tech boss that locks, Rilldo locks at the end, you just can't bring AGL units in here unless it's like UI Goku. I feel comfortable personally trusting LR UI Goku. He gets the job done for me, but you know, like Kid Gohan, we wouldn't be able to stack up enough with Kid Gohan to make him relevant against that Tech Rilldo. Because remember that, I believe Rilldo in all 3 phases does lower your defense when he super attacks too, which can be very devastating. So you have to be very, very cautious. Remember that in UI Goku, okay, I've attacked him substantially, right? But when he transforms, he is as good as people think he is. I do agree, because you get the first turn of guaranteed dodge, and then he settles into 70% chance to dodge while stacking defense. Very, very powerful for sure. But it's just that until you fall below 50% HP, it's not really too good. So this is also the Goku and Gohan unit, right? Just depending upon the way things go, if you're not getting additional supers, if the event just doesn't go your way, you could end up with turns like this. This is why I do love the Goku and Gohan unit, but I don't love 2 of them. It's almost, I feel a similar way with Int Majin Vegeta too. I really like using Int Majin Vegeta, but I don't know that I'm a big fan of using 2 of him, right? And it's the same thing with Goku and Gohan. I really wish they would do a better job of like making these 200% leaders not just like incredible units, but also good leaders, because you know, the team can be very, very wonky with a lot of moving parts at times. This Goku, like, you could say he's underrated. He probably is better than... It's weird. Like, I see a lot of people definitely underselling this Goku. It's just the hardest stage in the game you can't dodge, which directly counters him, right? Besides that, like, it's not like Goku is an L. You know, he gets up to 400k plus defense after he's supering. Especially if he gets any dodges in. So it's like, it's not like he's bad. It's just Gohan is, you know, top 3 in the game once he's out. So, all right, here's the Rilldo fight. Again, Tech Rilldo locks, so we have to be very, very cautious of that. But, you know, Namek Goku, you know, by the time we get to Rilldo, he will have built up. Actually, I think Namek Goku gets supered here and he eats 200k. I mean, I definitely would say I would take that. What do I check his defense? What is his defense right here? What was that, 200 still? How many supers has he done? At least a couple. I don't know. I like Namek Goku. I just wish they'd made him better. I mean, if you guys remember, I thought Namek Goku was too weak turn 1 when he came out, when Red Zone and 7th Anniversary Power Creep did not exist. Now, it's just like him and Int UI Goku, they have the same issue, which is that they're just so bad at the start of these events, right? But, alright, here's Rilldo. Let's move on to the next fight. Alright guys, now we're fighting Baby. Now I believe when I was going through the GT side of things, I got all these fights done in one try, except for, I think Rilldo did beat me once, and I think I lost twice to Baby. Now, the reason I lost twice to Baby is this. Just like, the team is just so much weaker turn 1 than we are deeper. It's just tough right at the start. To sort of get set up, right? Like, Xeno Goku right here can be very powerful giving the support. Of course, he's physical. You know, we know how good Super Saiyan 3 Goku is right here. After super attacking, even in Super Saiyan 2, his defense is going to be very good and stuff like that. But it's just, Baby, like, is relentless in that he is very powerful turn 1. Like, you would think, like, this is the thing. Some of these fights, right? Like, you know, I feel like the Bojack fight, the Turles fight, the Lord Slug fight. Like, some of these fights have got these minions who are just, like, really not that bad. You know, androids 14 and 15 are really not that strong. But some of these, like, Baby and Super 17's fight, like, it's just, like, turn 1, and it's, like, you're going up against, like, the hardest bosses in the game, even turn 1. It gets really crazy, right? Now, remember that Baby is a ridiculous cheap fight. At once, he was the hardest fight in the game, easily. Because the last 2 phases are both int, so we can... The way they try and make this Baby fight, I think, fair, is that there's no STR phase, but there is 2 int phases. So you can load up on physical type units, and there's nothing stopping you from doing that, right? The Goku family team does have some pretty good physical units, too. Super Saiyan 3 Goku. Physical future Gohan is very strong. Here, I just had to gamble. Yeah, this was just me throwing my hands up in the air and saying, dude, what am I supposed to do? Like, we just have to gamble. Like, I have to. So I put Goku right in there to get another super attack, try and get Gohan out as quickly as possible. Again, right now, I'm just trying to piece things together until we are able to actually transform into the Gohan, and until we're actually able to sort of like get all these transformations and all this stacking and stuff like that. Right, physical future Gohan is stacking his damage reduction. Obviously, we know like what the Goku and Gohan unit are doing and everything like that, right? Now, this is one thing that is so good about physical Super Saiyan 3 Goku, right? Is that he does have the typical annoying thing that like these transforming Super Saiyan 3 Gokus will have, where they'll go from prepare for battle over in a flash. But Super Saiyan 3 Goku is a little bit different than normal characters that do that, because he gives himself 3 ki at the start of turn. I have, like, 2-handed Goku since he came out, talking about how good that is. As a TUR, to give himself 3 ki is so strong. And then he also has Saiyan lineage. So, it's like, you can laugh all you want to, it's fine. But Tech Ultimate Gohan and Physical Super Saiyan 3 Goku is a good rotation. Like, it works very well. Right, like in the hardest content in the game, right? Like we could do this against Omega, we could do this against Broly, right? Like that rotation does work rather well. One mistake I feel like I make in potentially some of these runs, the other thing too with this Goku and Gohan unit, unless we're talking about Broly specifically, at Broly the rules are different, but unless we're talking about Broly specifically, there's nothing forcing you to keep the Goku and Gohan unit, like, on rotation, right? You literally just, like, float them, and then, you know, once Gohan's ready to come out, then you can put him on rotation, and you're good to go. Oh my god, what a glorious turn. Yeah, see, okay, this is how we were able to make it through. This is just, like, pray to the heavens. Every attack on Tech Ultimate Gohan, what did I do to deserve such kindness? Look at this. He can't do shit to him. You kidding me? Beautiful. Yeah, so, like, now, like, again, the deeper we get, future Gohan building up his damage reduction, Tech Ultimate Gohan building up his defense, EGL Kid Gohan building up his defense, right? Xeno Goku building up. The deeper this fight goes on, the closer we get to being able to, like, sort of, like, take shit down. Do we? Oh, okay, it's pretty good that we got one of the transformations right here, because Baby is attacking a lot. Now, okay, the other thing, too, about Gohan, his counter, as awesome as it is, it should have been a 100% chance against Ki Blast Supers. I don't think, because they're restricting it to Ki Blast Supers, because the minimum turn you could do it is turn 5 anyway, I think it really should have been a 100% chance to activate. Because it's like, it's not like you're going to do it against Broly every single time anyway, because it's just a dodge. I think Gohan's dodge and counter, it should have been a 100% chance to proc, I think. I really do. I feel like I'm going to reset this. Yeah, Goku has to super attack. It's like, we could not get a super attack with Kid Gohan, but Goku has to super. He just gets so much defense. And remember, you might think that Goku is not a sitting duck if he's able to super attack first. If Goku super attacks first, you're good. Like, he is very strong defensively. 400k plus defense with a 50% chance to dodge. The main issue, again, I've talked about in this video already, I don't like the idea of running 2 of him. I don't. I think he would be, he's a much better sort of fit for the team when we're only rocking 1 of him. I think that does work a lot better. Now, remember, we do have to count the hits for Gohan here. See, look, we can counter this. He just didn't counter. That sucks, because that's a lot of damage we eat right there. That it's a 70% chance we just would have ass blasted Baby right there. And again, it's very scary, because it's like, if you look at like what our HP is right here, like, I'm really trying to count down until we get the Dokkan attack, because we really have never recovered from the opening like bad turn we had. So it's hilarious how most of this fight we're just sort of like going through with almost like no health. But then we get to look, this rotate. This is so good. Like, physical Super Saiyan 3 Goku is so good, right? Like, I do see a lot of people try and downplay him a lot, and I don't get it, man. He is actually just such a superpower, physical Super Saiyan 3, and I feel like the fact that if a unit works well with Tech Ultimate Gohan, that's a monstrous W for them, because Tech Ultimate Gohan is going to be relevant in this difficult content seemingly forever. By the way, there we get the additional super anyway. Remember that my Super Saiyan 3 Goku has a full dodge build, which saves it. By the way, I'm pretty sure we win in this only because of Goku's full dodge build. Because remember, Grade 8 Baby is one of the cheapest bosses in the game. If not for, yeah, dude, this, I was so frustrated. We got cucked. So Gohan is not going to be able to have his guard, right? Because what did he take? 4 hits before? Gohan has to take 2 hits, and I can't. There's that, like, Baby has a sliver of health left like this, so I can't get Gohan 2 hits. We got cucked. Now, it doesn't mean we're done. It just means Gohan can't eat a super attack if in slot 1 is what it means now. Gohan was able to build up, right? He got his 4 hits in. That's hit number 5, so we were 1 hit shy. But Gohan got hit 4 times, so we built up all of his defense, but we don't have the permanent guard. So the friend STR Gohan for the rest of the fight does not have guard active. So you do want to keep that in mind. What that means is if he does not counter Grade 8 Baby's like super attack, we're instantly dead. We die. We lose. It's GG. Now, I believe, yeah, this is where Super Saiyan 3 Goku actually keeps us in the game right here. Baby is just so unfair. It's just really unfair. Like, a turn like this. Okay, Gohan counters. That's really good. That would have did a lot of damage. Because remember, Gohan is, one of the best defensive units in the game. But he does have to take a couple hits first. Yeah, see, like, look at that. By the way, notice that his counter counts as his guard activating. So, like, him, like, countering that super counted as one of the hits he needs. So Super Saiyan 3 Goku takes 50k per AoE right here, which is really bad. But thank God he's got the dodge. That's what I'm saying with dodge. Like, when you have dodge, it's not just that you're going to, like, 3 dodge or dodge a super attack, and thus it's valuable. Look at situations like this, where Super Saiyan 3 Goku, any dodges he gives us against this Grade 8 Baby, he's saving us 50k damage. Really, really impactful to get that dodge. We only got 1 dodge. I think there's another turn later on then where he gets multiple dodges. It must not be that turn. Okay, so again, remember, Gohan cannot guard, or he's not guarding on this turn. So I decide to go with Xeno Goku. Who knows what would have happened here? Baby, I remember this. Baby does super attack right away, and, Goku eats it. And then the thing that's annoying is Baby does stun on this, so now Goku can't stack up. Gohan would have died from that super attack, but I'm pretty certain he would have died. But he could have countered. If he would take double-digit damage from Baby's normals, but I don't know how he would have fared against that. Like, I'm pretty sure we're dead, if not for the counter. Now, this Gohan is fine, right? We're going to be able to have him with his guard for the rest of the fight and everything like that. If possible, I would like to try and predict where Baby is going to be super attacking, right? Since we could have Gohan counter it and do really a lot of damage, right? Gohan does a lot of damage on that counter. Very helpful for a fight like this. By the way, Physical Future Gohan, really good. One thing I really enjoy about these challenges, too, is I'm able to like, swap in different units, right? Like, this is this Baby fight. This is the first time we've used Future Gohan in this challenge, right? Like there's a lot of characters that are on every run, but we're able to change it up and get different characters in here. So here, like, for the rest of the fight, I think we're good. Does this next rotation has Physical Super Saiyan 3? I think this is the turn where Physical Super Saiyan 3 dodges a bunch, but all right, there we go. There is the Baby fight. Very, very tough. We're able to skate through. Now let's go ahead and move on and go to the Super 17 fight. Alright guys, now we're doing the Super 17 fight, and I'm going to tell you guys right away, I was actually terrified of this fight. This was the fight I was the most nervous about, because, okay, so Super 17, this is a tough fight, in that these two right here are not weak. These guys are tough. These two Android 17s. I'm able to, like, freely get away with bringing UI Goku on the team, though, which is just so helpful, because AGL UI, you know, so good with the dodging and stuff like that. But remember, okay, so we get through this first phase, and then the boss is Super 17, who absorbs key-based super attacks, which is really bad, because the challenge we're doing here is double Goku/Gohan. Both Goku and Gohan do key-based super attacks. So every super attack that Goku and Gohan are going to do is going to heal Super 17, right? Remember, he's not blocking it. He is actively healing. And it just gets very scary and very tough because Goku is stacking attack. So Goku is just getting stronger and stronger and stronger, and thus he's going to be healing and healing and healing Super 17 more. It just gets very spooky, very scary, very, very annoying to deal with, right? So my strategy here, right, is, again, we're fighting Super 17. You can't beat him with key-based super attacks. It's not going to work. So what I try and do is I built a team mostly around characters that are going to be doing non-key-based super attacks, right? Transforming Goku does key supers in Super Saiyan 1, Super Saiyan 2, and Super Saiyan 3. Luckily, that's about how long it'll take us to get to the Super 17 fight, right? Transforming Goku, you don't want to overestimate how good he can be in here, but transforming EZA Goku can be very helpful, right? Like, he does do, I think, a really good job in here. You know, the fact that he is, you know, able to penetrate Super 17's, you know, key absorbing, and then, of course, also the fact that he is AGL, right? Because remember, this first fight is against a physical and an int unit, and then in the second phase, It's just one phase of Super 17, and he's STR. So we just have to be very, very cautious about STR Super 17, doing a lot of damage to us and stuff like that. He also does do a weapon super, so it's not like Gohan could counter him. I mean, Gohan's counter, I assume, would just get absorbed by Super 17 anyway, right? Like, it's like Super 17 would key super you, Gohan would block it, and then Super 17 would absorb it. Like, that would be so stupid. I don't know. I don't really know that there's a lot for me to talk about here, right? Like, we understand my picks for all the units here. Like, I'm bringing the AGL Kid Gohan SSR. He is definitely able to help give us defensive support. He gives key support, and of course he's going to be stacking defense as he's super attacking as well. Basically, I was just trying to get rid of this int Hellfighter 17 as fast as possible. Or no, that's not Hellfighter 17. That's Trenchcoat 17. I just wanted to get rid of Trenchcoat 17 as fast as possible. And then I felt like I would be good to go, like, once he was taken care of. Because, at least the Goku/Gohan units, have got the, whatchamacallit with him. They have type advantage on him. So from this point, with Super 17, it's just going to be a matter of, properly getting Gohan in front of a lot of hits to build up his guard. But then also, as much as possible, I'm trying to strategically miss super attacks with Goku and See, with Gohan, we can miss super attacks. It's not a big deal. With Goku, though, he gets, like, all of his defense on super attacks. So I have to go for supers with Goku, right? We have to super with him. We got to get his dodge for the turn and stuff like that. So it's like Goku has to super attack, but once Gohan exchanges out, we can just not super attack with him. And then we slowly whittle Super 17 down with a lot of these stacking characters. Tech Ultimate Gohan, AGL Kid Gohan. Of course, the god of everything, AGL UI Goku. So, all right, there is the Super 17 fight. right, guys, now we are going to fight the Shadow Dragons. Now, the Shadow Dragons, I guess, could be a tough fight, but this is just, like, the setup that we have going in here is just perfect for the Goku family team. I've talked about this a lot. Well, okay, Ultimate Gohan did sell first right away, but whatever. But the thing about this team we're running is we just get stronger and stronger and stronger as the event goes on. This is the longest red zone stage by far, right? With 6 fights. This is a 6-phase fight. So it's going to be effortless child's play, right? To get, like, both Gohans exchanged, have them fully built up and guarding. Tech Ultimate Gohan's going to be built up, you know, transforming Goku. All of these characters, it's going to be very, very easy to build all these guys up, and we're not really going to have too much to worry about, right? Now, one thing that we do want to keep in mind with this fight, this Shadow Dragon fight, a lot of these Shadow Dragons do have various gimmicks, right? Like the second Shadow Dragon we fight, he nullifies key-based super attacks. He doesn't absorb them, but he nullifies them. There is the one Shadow Dragon that seals us as well, which certainly can be an issue, but, you know, it's not anything like that's going to get us killed or anything like that. But then Nova. Remember that the hardest fight in this, the Shadow Dragon fight is against Nova Shenron. He's fight number 5. His super attack, I don't know exactly how much damage it does, but it's around 1 million damage that he does. He's an STR type. So we just have to be very cautious against Nova, right? Like, as long as physical future Gohan is not going to get, like, super attacked by Nova, we should be good by the time we get there, because all these characters will have stacked up, built up. They should be good to go. You know, so, like, Nova's a threat towards the end. And then the final phase, Ice Shenron, locks. Ice is physical, but here's the thing about a physical enemy in one of these fights. Remember that STR Ultimate Gohan, the STR Exchange Goku and Gohan, and then STR Namek Goku also plays by these rules. These are characters that have a chance to guard, but when they guard, they're gaining effects, right? So, like, STR Ultimate Gohan guards, and then he has the guard for 5 turns. Namek Goku guards, and then he gets the guard for, 3 turns, and then he gets like a crit chance or something like that as well. I'd have to go double look at his kit, but it's something like that, right? And then STR Gohan, remember, when he guards, he gets all these buffs, you know, 2 hits, 4 hits, and then at 6 he gets the permanent guard. The thing about that is these are STR type characters. Being hit by a physical character does qualify as guard. So STR Ultimate Gohan, even if his guard doesn't proc, he takes 1 hit from Ice, and then his guard is up then, right? It'll work like that with Namek Goku. STR Gohan technically is going to be guarding when he's get hit by them. So remember that for these types of characters, right? That's one of the definite reasons I was like, oh, I'm absolutely bringing STR Ultimate Gohan here. STR Ultimate Gohan is a bit of a like, he could be annoying, right? Sometimes he'll sell and we die, but notice he does perform rather well a lot of the times in this red zone video overall, right? Like, he's able to help out in many different situations. I mean, in this exact fight, he did eat 400k turn 1, but, you know, he is able to build up quite a bit. And don't forget, like, towards the end of a super long fight like this, he can triple super attack at the end of the fight with, like, triple 8 millions and stuff like that, while guarding and supporting and everything else he does. So he's definitely, it's like, in, like, a fight like this, he probably does overall look better than, like, Turles would or AGL Evolution Blue Vegeta, but it's just, it's very easy for him to also look way worse than those characters too, right? So that's pretty much it, right? Like, Oceanus just changes orbs, not really a big deal, who cares? The next Shadow Dragon seals. Nova hits really hard, but we should be able to play around it. And then Ice locks, but we're not, he's physical, and we're not bringing any. I specifically bring no int units. Namek Goku would be great for this stage, right? Because it's so long, so he could have a chance to be build and be good. But I didn't want to take the risk of, I bring Namek Goku, it's a 20-minute fight, we get to the end, Namek Goku gets locked in slot 1 and exposed as the fraud that he is and gets us killed instantly. I just didn't want to do that, right? So, there we go. There's the Shadow Dragon fight. Now let's move on to the final fight. guys, so now we're going to take down Omega Shenron right here. Omega is definitely a very tough fight. I think that there's just no doubt about that Omega is very tough. But remember that the Goku and Gohan unit, they have holes you could point out in their kit and stuff like that, blah, 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 blah. But this first phase Omega is susceptible to being stunned, which Goku does have a 50% chance to stun. So, we can sort of lock down Omega in this fight if we get stuns off, right? The second phase can be very brutal, that STR Shenron, but we have the characters who are going to be able to sort of, like, get us through this fight. So, it's like, Omega's a tough fight, but I feel like this Goku family team is just, like, the perfect recipe, the perfect counter to doing this Omega fight, right? Like, we have really good physical type units that we could bring, like Xeno Goku and Physical Super Saiyan 3 Goku. While these Gokus are super attacking to potentially exchange into Gohan, we're also we're stacking their attack, but we're able to sort of get these super attacks off, like, in a free environment right now, where Omega can't really bully us with his damage. And then by the time we reach Omega, remember that on his second turn every single time, he supers us for an attack that'll do 1.5 million damage. But the thing about Omega's super attack is that STR Gohan can flat out tank it, provided he's built up, right? Or he can counter it as well. Tech Ultimate Gohan will be able to block it. AGL Kid Gohan can block it if his active skill is up and he's guarding. I don't know if I do that in this run, but it might be this run where Kid Gohan guards because his active skill is up and he's able to tank Omega's super attack, right? AGL UI Goku I could put in front of Omega's super attack as well. I mean, we're relying upon his dodge. I mean, if he gets touched by Omega Super, we're taking 1.5 million damage or whatever it is, right? But really, I feel quite confident in this team against Omega, right? Like, I don't really think we have too much to worry about. I think the reason I reset that right there, by the way, was because I realized I wanted UI Goku on rotation for next phase when we're fighting Shenron, the STR Shenron, and I did not want Xeno Goku on the next turn when we're fighting STR Shenron, right? So that's pretty much it. Omega is, really a pretty casual fight. What's funny is I feel like Rilldo, Baby, and Super 17 were actually the scary fights for the Goku family team in the GT side. Omega, it wasn't that bad, even though Omega's a much more difficult fight. It's just the way the team is set up, the way I like to team build. This is the type of fight that I just cream pie, right? Like, I just went balls deep and Omega got cream pied. He was looking like that Patrick meme, right? That from SpongeBob. That's all that was. So there we go. We got this done. I will probably do the movie side of things with the Goku family team tomorrow. I've done all of those runs. There's one fight I've had a lot of trouble with, and that's Bojack. Bojack is frustrating. And of course, fraudulent Namek Goku and fraudulent Int UI Goku getting me killed every single damn run. I hate them. But there we go. Depending upon how hyped the character is or how good, like, their 200% team is or something like that, maybe the next Dokkan Fest that comes out on JP or something like that, I'll do this challenge again where we go through all of the red zone stages. I think it's fun. And especially when I restrict us to just, like, one category team. And I feel like this is a good example of, if you're a global player, seeing, like, what types of setups you could use for a lot of these red zone stages. A lot of these characters here are not new, right? Like, LR UI Goku, of course, is at Anniversary Dokkan Fest LR, but I mean, he's been on 2 banners on global now, right? And wait, are UI Goku and Evolution Blue Vegeta, are they on the Anniversary banners? I don't think they are, right? I don't think so. But regardless, a lot of these characters have been out for a while, right? Like Tech Ultimate Gohan, AGL Kid Gohan, these guys have been out for a while now. So let me know what you guys think of the challenge. Let me know if you guys are enjoying these sort of videos here where I'll take a singular team and we'll go tear through the entire red zone. Again, keep in mind, a lot of these stages would have been quite easier with the LR Goku and Gohan, right? I probably would not have brought them against, like, Baby or Omega, but the rest of the fights, like, they would have shit on these other fights, right? Like, they would have dunked on them so fast, so Let me know what you guys think. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time.